It's an honor to be able to welcome the new members to the largest honor society in the nation. I remember when I first got my notification that I was being inducted into the honor society, and it just gave me chills and such a sense of pride that you should all feel. This is a very exciting moment in your life. You've achieved something that not many people achieve in their academic career. And even if it was an accident and you stumbled upon this, or you chose and sought this path out, it's such an honor and privilege to be able to welcome you to this moment that you brought yourself to. Through hard work and dedication, you've brought yourself to this moment, and you should just feel a lot of pride. You should be very proud of yourself, and everyone here is proud of you as well. Thank you again for letting me welcome you to the next step in your academic career.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate those wonderful words for the welcome. And I love your t-shirt.
Had to represent.
Absolutely. I'm going to touch bases with everyone regarding our membership process and basically our chapter of the National Society um, for Leadership and Success was founded to help members, students create the success that they wanted by enabling them to engage in reflection and self exploration. The NSLS provides members with tools for action, inspiration to hold them accountable, and motivation to achieve the NSLS goals. This particularly is a place for members to join with other student leaders in success networking teams where they interact with one another to create and achieve personal goals. So I say to our inductees, after today's ceremony, you will you are officially an inducted member of the NSLS. Your completion of the membership requirements is just the first step of a large journey you now share with other fellow members. So to show everyone a little bit about what actually goes on, we're going to watch a brief video from our national headquarters of NSLS.
We can hear it. Welcome back. I'm sure the journey you've embarked on has been full of ups, downs, twists, and turns. Maybe you accomplished everything you set out to. Maybe there's still some work left to do. Whether you realize it or not, you're a very different person now than you were when you started this journey. But now, here we are. Induction! And a big congratulations is certainly in order. You learned to communicate with team members of different backgrounds and orientation, got introduced to the 6 foundations of leadership at your LTD, set smart goals for yourself in your SNT, and heard advice from some of the world's best leaders broadcasts. Now you're ready to become a leader of tomorrow. And to mark this occasion, people from all over the country have sent in their congratulations.
First and foremost, congratulations on being a fully inducted member.
My favorite NSLS memory is being able to hear from great examples of successful people.
My induction ceremony. I like seeing that all my hard work had paid off and I'm on the right track.
If I could go back in time and give myself one piece of advice,
was just to never give up.
Having a clear vision of your dreams and goals and take small action steps toward them every day.
Congratulations.
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 Congratulations to the newly inducted class.
Good luck to everybody out there.
Welcome new inductees and congratulations.
But this isn't the end of the line. Even though you now have access to inducted member benefits, you can't stop here. As we've discussed over the last few months, the best leaders are confident, but always hungry to learn more. You've conquered your first goal. What's next? Are you going to rest on your laurels and call it a day? Or will you tackle the advanced and executive leadership certifications, or even complete the additional work to earn college credit for each certification you complete with the NSLS? If you've learned anything, you know that now is the time to seize this opportunity. To better yourself for the future by learning the tools that shape a true leader. Maybe you'll be a future business owner, the next great politician, and an inspirational educator in the making. You have the foundation to do anything, but now is the time to build upon it. If you keep working, keep learning, keep honing in on your skills, there's no goal you can't achieve. When the world cracks the door open, make sure you bust through it. We can't wait to see where you end up. But in the meantime, congratulations. You've earned it.
Wow, what an awesome video. Just basically giving you a background as to what our student leaders go through to get to this point of the induction. Thank you, Alma, for uh, staying the course and getting us sound. We greatly appreciate it. Now to our inductees. Um, I guess you ask sometimes, well, what's next? What are we going to do once we are inducted members? Well, the benefits you received thus far are basically only the beginning of something much larger that will continue for years to come. Not only while you're here at Southwest, but long after you graduate. You might ask yourself, how can I use the skills I've learned with the NSLS and apply them to my collegiate career right now? Well, I encourage you to go after the advanced and executive leadership certification or the credit pathways with NSLS. Apply to be a member of the executive board is another option. Um, Also, more importantly, get involved on campus. We have over 30 clubs and organizations. Push yourself to the next level. Whatever your next level is, push yourself. Start with self. That said, please accept my heartfelt congratulations for what you have achieved thus far and for great things that I'm pretty sure that you will achieve in the future. As we move along on the program, we're at the next point where it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker for today. He has over 20 years of experience in higher education. Um, he's recently served as the director of the Office of First Generation Students at the University of Memphis. As the inaugural director of that particular office, he was the University of Memphis primary contact in a national network of institutions working to create a comprehensive model of support for first generation college students. Currently, he's pursuing his doctorate degree in liberal studies from the University of Memphis. He's also worked with a number of worked at a number of institutions, different types, including community college, small liberal arts college, land grants, and large, extensive research universities. The unifying theme of his career has been a focus on supporting students as they progress to graduation and working with them to realize their post-completion goals. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce our very own interim vice president, Mr. Corey Major.
Thank you, Mr. Worthy. I think if I'd known you were going to read that verbatim, I would have revised that brief bio. But it is always interesting to have folks to introduce you and to read a written biography about you. And so I thank you for the opportunity to come here today with a few words. And I'm going to take you back to your elementary and perhaps your pre-K days by going back to fairy tale land. And I'm going to tell you a story. And with all of these stories, they always begin once upon a time. And so once upon a time, there was a prince who ascended to the throne after the passing of his father. He was suddenly ruling over the largest, the strongest, the best kingdom in all the lands. But soon after he ascended to the throne, his kingdom was struck by challenge after challenge. First, there was a drought that killed many of the crops and the animals and even some of the people in his kingdom. And following that, right on the hills, when they thought things were over, there was an outbreak that led to even more of the people being lost. When he thought things were finally starting to turn around, another kingdom, noticing how weak the kingdom was now, invaded and took over his territory. So our king, this young king, managed to escape as his kingdom was being taken over. And as he traveled to the childhood home, to the home of one of his childhood friends, he wondered, how could this happen to me? I was literally born to be a king. I was bred to lead the biggest and the best. So surely it's just bad luck that all of this happened to me when my father passed away. So when he finally made it to his friend's kingdom and was at the doors of the kingdom, the guards took one look at him and said, "Sir, you are not worthy of entrance into this palace." Even though he went way back with the king and he thought him to be a close and personal friend, he was not allowed to even come before this man he called a friend. So our young king had to go and get a job so that he could afford to buy some clothes that would make him presentable to a king. When he finally got those clothes and he made his way back to the palace, while the guards eyed him a little bit suspiciously, they decided, we'll let you through this time. And upon relaying all that had happened to him to his childhood friend, the king said to his subjects, "Give this stateless king a herd of 100 sheep." The prince scoffed at that, thinking, 100 sheep? I'm not a shepherd, I'm a king. But having nothing else to do and no one else to turn to, he took those 100 sheep. Now, a little time later, while his sheep were grazing, they were attacked by a pack of wolves, and he lost all 100 of his sheep. So he goes back to his friend and says, "Friend, this horrible thing has happened to me yet again." And his friend says, "Well, I will give you 50 more sheep." He takes the 50 sheep, and once again, he allows them to be lost. So yet again, he finds himself a third time before his childhood friend asking for help. And this time his friend gives him only 25 sheep. And fearing that if he were to go before his friend again asking for help, that he would somehow have to try to figure out how to give him 12 and a half sheep because he was halving it each time. This time our young stateless king said, "I've got to put in some work." So he spoke with other shepherds and learned how they protected their sheep from the wolves, learned how they built security into their shepherding, whether it was by building out fences to keep them protected and to keep out the wolves, or overseeing them and caring for them and making sure that their needs were attended to. This time, our young king, over the course of a year, grew his herd from 25 to 1,000 sheep. And so he went back to tell his friend that this time I have been able to take what you gave me, what you invested in me, and I've been able to grow it. And hearing it, his friend said to his subjects, find for my friend a territory that he can oversee. Shocked and dismayed and wondering, well, if you could put me over a territory, why didn't you do it before, when I came to you first? And his friend looked at him and he shared to him, I had to learn first that you knew how to manage, but more importantly, lead others. You thought that you were born and bred to be a leader, but leadership is not defined by holding a title. It is not because of wealth, prestige, status, or power that you ascend to leadership. You, my dear friend, were never properly educated or trained to lead people, but now you have learned. And so I say to all of you today, now you have learned. As you reflect on the NSLS purpose, they state that they are supporters of dreams who work to create leaders who make change. So now you have been trained. Now you have been put into a position where, despite any challenges that might confront you, despite how difficult the challenge might be, you are ready to step up and to be a change maker. And so I leave you with a challenge. Leadership, unfortunately, oftentimes requires you to do things that you don't always want to do. Leadership requires you to think outside of yourself. You don't lead for yourself. You lead for those who are following you. And so your challenge is to look at our community, to look at your neighborhood, to look at the environments in which you find yourself, and to make sure that at all times you are using the knowledge, the skills, the abilities that you have developed through NSLS, through your studies at the college, and that you are truly stepping up to that title of leader. Regardless of what your job description says, regardless of what the position title is, you now have the title of leader. So, as the video that we watched earlier asked you, what's next? How are you going to go out and change the world? Because we are dependent on you to be those future leaders who start that work right now. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to learning how you're going to change this world we're living in. Congratulations to all our inductees. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. At this time, we would like to begin our recognition festivities for the afternoon with a few special awards. We will begin with the Honorary Membership Award. This award is given to faculty, staff, or administrators who embody the mission of the National Society of Leadership and Success and demonstrate leadership qualities in a personal and professional capacity. These individuals have played an integral role in fostering opportunities for growth and development among the administration and our students. They each have made a huge impact in the advising and academic support community and touched the lives of our students each day. The recipient of the Honorary Membership Award is Interim VP Corey Major. Please join me in applause to recognize our honorary member.
Thank you all.
Next, we would like to continue our recognition with the presentation of our Excellence in Teaching Award. This award is given to individuals who teach with passion, inspire students beyond the classroom, demonstrate dedication to developing students beyond academic qualifications, or who make a positive difference in the lives of NSLS members. The recipient of this award is Dr. Derek Wheatley, instructor in business and legal studies. Please join me in applause to recognize our Excellence in Teaching Award recipient.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Next, our final special award is the Excellence in Service to Students. This award is given to a non-faculty member on campus who exemplifies leadership and mentorship and has demonstrated commitment to bettering the lives of students. We had two winners for this award. The first recipient is Deborah Davis of Project MOST. And the second recipient is Dr. Thomas Cole of the Academic Support Center. Please join me in applause to recognize our Excellence in Service to Students Awards recipients.
Thank you all for this award.
Thank you. At this time, Alma Rutledge will come to speak about student experiences.
Congratulations. We've had a good time so far, right? So at this time, I wanted to share a little bit about our students' experiences. Throughout the process, as Phoenix has mentioned, some of the things that our students go through in order to be inducted are listening to speakers, great speakers. We've had several, and also getting together in a group and discussing goals, setting SMART goals, right? And so, one of the questions that is asked during the process is how have the NSLS speakers or the success networking team meetings help you achieve your goals or change your life? And so I wanted to share just a few experiences on here, but for all of the members here today, if you want to share additional experiences, please do so in the chat. We would love to hear from you. Um, so, um, again, these are just a few. Um, this student mentioned that the SNT meetings have encouraged them to approach their goals more methodically and things that they aspire to do just seem more obtainable, right? Setting SMART goals, setting those step-by-step action steps to achieve that goal. This student mentioned how it just helped them realize that we all need help. And I thought that was so powerful for our students to feel, and for you guys to feel, right? You guys are on here as well. And then this student in particular talked about how it made them realize that there are others who have been in the same situation, right? And so we want to make sure that we understand that we're all in this together. And so I just wanted to share those experiences with you, just very briefly about what our students have been thinking through in this process. Again, if you want to share in the chat, please feel free to do so. At this time, I'll pass it back to Ms. Tamara Boyland.
Thank you, Elma. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for. It is time for the induction of our NSLS members to the Southwest Tennessee Community College chapter of the National Society of Leadership and Success. Inductees, you have begun to live the mission and values upon which the NSLS was founded and have taken an active role in becoming successful leaders on campus and in our community. If you are willing to strive for academic excellence, participate in community service, grow personally and professionally, and continue to live the mission of the NSLS in your everyday life, please respond, I am. You can take yourselves off mute and say, I am.
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 Thank you. At this time, we will read the names of the inductees. Elaine Richmond,
I'm gonna mispronounce this name. I'm so sorry. Chu Ibu Ali,
Angelica Carrasco,
Jennifer Jaffin Gregory,
and Zarica Davis,
Ashley Dunn,
LaWanda Fields,
Halo Frazier,
Cherise Gwen,
Jasmine Hobson,
Amanda Johnson,
Denise Fleming,
Kristen Norman,
Leslie Jones,
Kenedra Jones,
Whitley Lassane,
Shamar Laurie,
Ebony Marshall,
Antoinette McKinney,
Tamara Moore,
Caleb Mosley,
Shannon Nagel,
Amy Roberts Jester,
Anthony Rogers,
Crystal Sanchez,
Connor Singleton,
Tanya Summerall,
Jasmine Thomas,
Crystal Thomas,
Joy Tusana,
Hester Turner,
Trayenda Watkins,
Emmanuel Jones,
Yay!
and Ashley Washington. At this time, we would also like to recognize those inductees that are not able to be with us today for one reason or another. So I'm going to scroll through the names, and if you recognize any names, please be sure to congratulate them.
Yeah, they had just called my name and naming the inductees. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations to all of our inducted members. Let's give them another round of applause.
Congratulations once again. So, today we have gathered to celebrate your continued leadership experience. Each student member here today has gained personal insight and perspective as you completed your steps to induction. You have made commitments to yourself and each other and to your communities to create positive change. I'm sorry, I think someone's unmuted. Maybe it's just me. To create positive change and leave your legacy. You sought and received motivation and resources from this year's speaker series. You have set goals and launched action steps together, empowering and supporting one another during your success networking team meetings. Upon fulfilling the basic components of the program without question, you could say that each of you in this room are even more in touch with who you are as leaders, and you are ready to pay it forward and to serve within your campus and beyond. Today, you reflect the principles of the NSLS, and we honor you and welcome you as an inducted member. You have made a commitment to pursue success, take action, seek and clarify your purpose. You have embraced the idea that more can be achieved when we work together. You have made a commitment to always create a shared vision, challenge the status quo, inspire positive action, empower others, and seek constant improvement. Congratulations once again. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Again, make sure that you put in the chat your congratulations, share this moment with others, and we will also share the recording if you wanted to share it with your family members. Mr. Worthy, if you have any other final words.
Job well done to all the student inductees. We admire your leadership. We admire your engagement. We wish you the very best in your future endeavors. If you notice on the call, there is a plethora of support around the Southwest College family, and that's just a small indication to you as a student that how much we are here at Southwest. And again, best wishes to you. You're absolutely correct. You did it. And if there's anything that we can assist you with, always contact the Office of Student Development. Have a great rest of the day.